All right. Hi, everybody. How are you? I've tried starting this live like 75 different times, and every time I try to start it, I try to do it on my computer. My computer's just being a pain in the ass to the point that I'm like over it, and I'm like, I don't even want to do it anymore. So I was like, let me just do it the old fashioned way. Let me just do it here on my phone. It's fine. It works. It's not a big deal. It doesn't need to be fancy. Sometimes it just needs to be like we're just chit chatting, you and me, okay? Sometimes that's what it has to be, and that's okay. That's just fine. Okay, that's fine. What are we gonna talk about tonight? Well, unless you guys have something that you want to talk about, I will be talking about Travis Kelce unfollowed Ryan Reynolds. Love Hotel premiered. And then maybe talk about the Jojo Siwa drama. The drama. Might go talk about that. We shall see. I'm just gonna share my sharing myself on the internet. I'm sharing myself on the internet. That sounds funny. I'm sharing myself on the internet. I'm sharing my content on El Interneto. If you're part of the replay crew, hi, how are ya? How's it going? I'm so excited because I got to my goal of 500 followers, subscribers on the tubes here. And sorry, posting all of this now. I was able to start, I'm going to be able to start monetizing, which I'm really excited for. So it's very exciting. And I appreciate all of you. If you are part of again, the crew that follows me all the way through, if you're part of the replay crew, if you're new here, like you guys are so amazing, so wonderful. And I really, really, really do appreciate you so much. And we're just going to continue on this little journey and see what happens with it. But if you're new here, my name's Sam, pop culture commentary. I talk a lot about Bravo TV shows, but I also talk about TV shows, movies, social media stuff, pop culture, that whole thing. And hi, Aubrey, how are you? So, what I kind of wanted to talk about tonight, again, I have a couple ideas. Hi, Rajesh. I talk about kind of like what I want to talk about basically until you guys kind of give me a topic or an idea of something else that you'd like to, do or whatever. So for a couple things that are on here now is one, you guys can send me super chats now, which is really awesome and really cool. So if you have the means to do that, please don't feel like you have to, but now that's a option now, I guess, since all this new stuff has popped up for me, which is very exciting. So I would appreciate that if you guys can. If not, it's not a big deal. Don't care. Just follow, just like, subscribe, do all the fun things. Okay. There's also memberships, so if you guys want to join that, that'll be coming up soon. I don't think it's up yet, but it should be up soon, so you guys can do that as well if you would like to. Also, you can check out my hi Bella. You can check out what else? My podcast. Check out my podcast if you want to go do that as well. What kind of music am I into? Literally anything and everything. I will try anything at least once. I will try any genre of music at least once and give it a shot because you never know. Because there have been genres that I've hated, there's been genres that I love. There's been genres that I think I wouldn't like, and then I find the right singer in it, and I'm like, oh my god, I love this. Right now, the artist that I am like currently obsessed with right now, which is very like, I feel like it's very white girl of me to be like, have you guys heard of so and so? And it's like, yeah, no shit, dumbass, we've all heard of her. Like, are you fucking idiot? Like, you're late to the game here. And it's SZA. Like anybody that's in my path, I'm like, have you listened to SZA? Do you know about SZA? Do you know about SZA? What about SZA? And it's like everybody in like the normal like world, basically non-white people world, knows who SZA is. Like ridiculous. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I like again, I'm an American, unfortunately. My biggest flaw. And I don't know much about either. I just know that they are both incredible football players. That's all I know, to be honest with you. I don't watch, we call it soccer here in America, again, because we're losers. But the football, I do not follow. Um, but I do know that they are both incredibly talented people. I know a little bit more about Messi's background and story than I do Ronaldo's. But yes, I do know that they are both like the best, if not some of the best, football players of our generation and of our time. So I do know that. I watched the new episode of Love Hotel that came out last night. I watched that. I also watched Atlanta. What else have I been catching up on? There's no new episodes of Found. The Pit isn't back yet. I need the Pit to come back ASAP fucking Rocky. Okay, I need the Pit to come back like a day, like yesterday. All right, I need that show to come back. I love that goddamn show. Okay, I love it so much. So yeah, so the Pit. Who knows when the hell that's coming back? Probably the same as the Euphoria, which is like never. I feel like Euphoria is never coming back. Euphoria does. I'm convinced that Euphoria was a euphoric state of mind, and we all made up the show, and it actually never existed and is never actually happening. So yeah, I wish it would come back. The tubes. Oh. Huh? What? I messed something up on my TikTok. Oh well. Anyway, what else? Okay, so I watched Love Hotel. So if you're part of the replay crew, hey, how are you? Comment below. Tell me what you guys think about it, about the show. I really liked it. I thought it was super silly and super funny and just an overall like a good, it's just a nice fun show. Like I feel like it's nice to have some of the fun shows on in between. Like I just feel like the housewives are a little bit too much lately. It's a little bit too much of a dark drama that I'm just not willing to participate in right now, and it's not fun to watch. And so having shows like this to kind of like go in between that, like I feel like Summer House is that right now. I feel like Summer House is like the funny silly show, and so it's nice to just kind of watch those ones and feel happy and light when the world is so devastating and detrimental at this point. So I watched Love Hotel, and it's good, you guys. It's so funny, it's so cute, and you guys should definitely watch it. I love the entire group of guys are entertaining. No one seems to be like a freak or anything like that or a weirdo yet. Okay, yet. And I feel like I'm very interested to see who the women pick, which is also another thing. It's like, can we be for real, please? Can we be for real, please? Like, Luann. Why do we put Luann on this show? Luann isn't trying to find a husband. Luann isn't trying to get married. Okay, Luann is out gallivanting amongst New York City. Okay, she's a girl on the loose. All right, she is cabareting her way through the United States of America. Okay, she doesn't need a marriage. Okay, she needs pineapple. You know what I'm saying? Pineapple. Do you get what I'm talking about? Pineapple. That's what Luann needs. Luann needs pineapple mode. Okay. She needs to have a man that just gets it and is okay with it. That's what I feel like. Allegedly, not even allegedly, I think she's admitted that her and her Mr. Della Seps like had that type of relationship. I'm pretty sure. Who cares? Who cares? That's just the type of lady she is. So it's so funny that she's on this show. I'm like, she doesn't give a shit about these guys. She's walking on the beach with Jerry, and she's like holding hands, and like they're taking like a shot of her walking down the beach with him, and then she just turns around, she goes, "I'm done," and just walks back up the beach. Is like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm all set." He's over here being like, "Oh, like I surf and I'm on the beach all the time and I'm retired and blah blah blah," and she's like, "No, no." Luann can't do that. Luann's not trying to be retired. Luann thinks she's 25. Luann thinks she's her daughter. Okay, Luann thinks she's her niece. She is not. But she doesn't know that or understand that. Okay, she's too busy gallivanting, like I said, around New York City. She's a girl. She's a girl amongst the people. Okay, she's a native New Yorker. That's who Luann is, okay? So having her on there is a joke. It's just funny at this point. It's entertainment. She doesn't know half the guys' names. Also, her contour is really weird looking. Like the lighting they have on these women. I'm just like, you guys, these are not fresh bloomed women, okay? Like literally the youngest one is Ashley by like 10 years, okay? Giselle looks gorgeous. Okay, Ashley looks incredible. But like Luann and Shannon, could we get better lighting for them? Could we get better makeup for them? Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we trying to embarrass these women? Okay. And Luann's contour was contouring. It was gray at times. And I was like, you guys, please stop. Like, please, whoever is doing Ashley and Giselle's knows about lighting, knows about colors, knows about texture, okay, knows about creases, okay, knows about everything, because they were looking good and it was hot. It was very, very hot wherever the hell they are, and you could tell, okay, because the guy that Giselle was talking to, I think his name is Jay, maybe, was dripping sweat. His literally had beads going down his face. Could you imagine making out with him? I'd be like, oh my God. But he was so sweet and so nice and so kind. And he was so handsome. And I really liked him a lot. Okay. And then Wale was trying to get with Ashley, and I liked him a lot too. He was very sweet. He was very kind. He was very cute, very silly. Okay. And at the end of the episode, he was like walking her to her room, and he was being kind of awkward, and she was like, kiss me, hello, kiss me. And he didn't kiss her. And then he walked away. And then he came back, and he knocked on the door and was like, ooh, I didn't give you a proper goodbye. And then gave her a little kissy kiss. And then she was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It was so cool. It was so great. I loved it so much. It was so cute. Okay, Fortnite Bomber. If you don't care, why are you here? When I usually don't care about something, I don't comment on people's accounts. Just in case you're new here. When I don't care about something, I don't talk about it. I don't engage with it, because that doesn't make any sense. So if you don't like something, or if you don't like what I'm talking about, go find somebody else to talk about something that you like. Go find somebody to talk about Fortnite with. Don't come in here and be like, I don't like what you're talking about. I don't understand. Thank you for subbing, but like, you don't have to sub either. Like, if you don't like what I'm talking about, that's totally fine. Just go find another channel that you like. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has their own thing, baby. What else was going on in that episode? Ashley, I hope, likes Wale and keeps talking and does that whole thing. I really, really do. And I hope that, oh my God. There you go. You get to be in timeout. I don't give a shit. And sorry, I can't stand it when people come into an account and think that they can just say whatever they want and do whatever they want. It's like, if you don't like something, why are you commenting? Why are you in a comment section? It's weird. It is so creepy and weird. And I will block you and I will ignore you and I don't care. Like, you're not going to come in here and talk about crazy things and say dumb stuff to people that just want to talk about Real Housewives. Like, why is that so difficult? Like, go find your own thing. God. Okay. So anyway, back to the real deal. Then Shannon was hanging out with her guy, Earl. And he was really sweet. He was really nice. He was very awkward, just like her, but like a silly, goofy kind of way, like a little Mr. Personality. I think I really like him because I think he could make her laugh. And I think that's what Shannon's missing, is I think that she needs to laugh. And I feel like he could do that for her. He seems very, very silly, very chill, very cool. It was really awkward when she was like asking him like, oh, like, have you ever been married before? And he's like, yeah, I have. I've been married twice. And she was like, oh, I bet you've married somebody like in their 20s. And he was like, no, actually, like, they were both my age or older. And actually my wife from 5 years ago passed away from leukemia, and she was like the love of my life, and I'm hoping I can find that again. And it's like, wah, 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 like very Shannon. This would only happen to Shannon. Okay. There's certain things that only would happen to Shannon Storms, okay? That's it, nobody else. And her making fun of somebody whose wife passed away from leukemia is very Shannon coded, okay? And it made me, I'm not gonna lie, it made me giggle. It made me giggle. Hey, Noah. Noah, you need to watch it. There's only one episode out. There's only one episode. I watched it today. It is very, very good. I highly recommend it. The 4 women on it are perfect for it. They're very silly, very goofy, very fun. Okay, very good group of ladies to be on it. What else is good? Like the guys are they all the guys seem pretty chill, very normal, not cuckoo crazy or awkward. It's fun watching the women try to be like, it's fun watching Shannon being like, I have never asked a man out before. Am I supposed to date more than one guy at the same time? It's hilarious. It's nice and quick and easy. Atlanta, oh my God, girl, you might as well just watch Atlanta at the end when everything's done. Just have like a binge session. Because also Atlanta's like, I don't know, it's now that Kenya's not on it, I don't know. Like the vibe is kind of weird and it's awkward to watch because like it doesn't make any sense. Like I don't know why they would keep Brit on but not keep Kenya. So like that's really weird. And I don't know. Um Angela's a wild one. I just feel like if you're friends with Drew, there's a screw missing in your head because how can you imagine being friends with Drew? Could you imagine being friends with Drew? That woman does not know the truth if it slapped her in the face. She is always, and the thing is with Drew is like, she's not like telling these like big deep lies, okay? She's telling these like little white lies. And she tells so many of them, she can't keep track of them. And then she doesn't want people to fight her battles, but she does want people to fight her battles, so she doesn't have to fight the battles. Okay, Drew loves that Angela fights the battles. That dinner with Britt and Drew had me tickled. Drew is kind of like Sheena Shea. Oh, yeah. I think Drew reminds me a lot of Sheree. Like Drew and Sheree have the same vibes of like they're not like lying to be like evil and deceitful. They're lying because like they're almost embarrassed. And so they're always telling these like weird unnecessary lies that make no sense. And Sheree was like that too. Sheree would just say the most random shit that you're just like, why are you lying about that? Like, why are you lying about when your, athletic leisure suit company is starting? Like, it's so unnecessarily weird to lie about that stuff. And then, like, it kind of makes me wonder why Drew doesn't want the divorce file, like, to be public. Because she's like, well, I don't want anything to come out, for Ralph. And I don't want, my kids to have to see about Ralph. And I'm like, who gives a shit about Ralph? Who cares? Who cares about Ralph? Why do you care? Ralph doesn't give a shit about you. Ralph's living off you. Munch, munch, munch. By Charlie XCX and Lord. Yeah, they're just a mess. I will say this, Drew can sing. Drew can sing. Nobody can doubt that. I will give Drew that. Because some of these housewives are coming in here being delusional about their singing abilities. Drew can fucking sing. I don't know if she can act, but she can sing like nobody's business. I didn't watch the movie that she was in, with all the sexy. I didn't watch that. But like, I'm sorry, who gives a shit about Ralph? I'm sorry, who gives a crap about Ralph? Open it up. So it makes me wonder what's in there. What's in the divorce filing that you don't want out because you did something? I think Ralph is just a little leech. Ralph is just a leech. Like, I'm sorry, if I was Drew, I would be just like Brittany from the Valley. I would be like, bye, and I go get an Airbnb. I don't need to live in this house. I don't care about this house. Like, oh, I want to stay in this house because of the kids. Nope, give the kids a new place, a new space that has none of these nasty memories in it. Give them new vibes, new aura, new whatever. Stop fighting for this house. Leave the house, let him have it, and let him deal with it. Let him try to pay for the house by himself. Go ahead. Here you go, have the house. You want it so badly? Go ahead, pay for it. Let me know how that works out for you, dumbass. That's what I would do. You're not playing the right game. That's the thing with Drew. Drew doesn't know how to play with the narcissist, okay? You don't know how to deal with a man that thinks the world revolves around him 24/7, 365. You got to let him dig his own grave. And if he thinks he's so cool and can have, oh, I did this house, blah, 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 go ahead, have the house. You can have the house. Pay for it yourself. Let me know how that works out for you. Exactly. Sell the house. Honestly, if I was Ariana, I wouldn't even care about that. Like, what sucks is that, like, oh, God, you guys, this is why either one, don't get married. Okay? Rules from Sam. Rule number 1, don't get married. Rule number 2, if you do get married, get a prenup. If you don't have a prenup, get a postnup. If you're not married, don't have a prenup, don't have a postnup, but you're with somebody and you live in the house, you need to own the house. Do not share that house financially. Do not share, like, this is my home. Buy your own home. Have your name on it, have your name on everything. It's all yours. That way, if you break up and you're not married and you have nothing to hold you together or nothing to take from the other person, like, you just got to know your own worth. Like, girl, I also feel like, Ariana, let go of the house, girl. You're making enough money. Let go of the house. I mean, I know she's not making, like, she's not a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has to pay a lot of people. But it's like, at what point, just let the narcissist be a narcissist. Let them sit over in the corner. You don't want to be tied to somebody for the rest of your life. It's like, you know what? You want to have the house, have the house. Let me know how that fucking works out for you. That's the thing, is these men think that they're so amazing and so wonderful, but they can't do anything without another human being. That's the crazy part. Like, Tom Sandoval cannot keep that house by himself. Like, oh, I'll have a roommate, I'll have this, I'll have that. And it's like, okay, how old are you again? How old are you again? You're gonna have roommates? You're an adult. You're an adult man. You have roommates? That's creepy. You guys used to make fun of James when he lived with that old man with the fucking roommates. Hello? Hello? Oh, my dad has roommates. Yeah, and that's gross and that's creepy and that's weird. You want to be like your dad? How's that working out? Also, has he given money back to his mom? His poor firefighter mother, who lost everything. And sometimes I wish Schwartz would just stop being a little baby back bitch and just be honest. Sorry, guys, I have something on my ear that's like bothering me and it hurts and it's pissing me off, but it can't stop bothering me. Yeah, just so many thoughts and opinions about that. But yeah, I highly recommend going watching Love Hotel. It's very good. It's very silly. It's very fun. It's just memes after memes after memes is all it is. Gift after gift after gift. Okay, silly goofy gag after silly goofy gag. Um, what else? That's pretty much like everything that's going on with those TV shows. Like, I haven't watched much else. That's kind of what I've been waiting for Love Hotel to come on because I just was like, I really need to watch this, but it's so silly and so funny, and it was. I've been keeping up with Atlanta. And again, Atlanta just feels kind of awkward and weird right now. With Kenya not being on the show, but Britt gets to be on the show. And I feel like that's not a conversation that's being had right now. It's kind of weird. And then, like, they had this episode that just happened and they're talking about domestic violence and, like, how that's affected some of the women in the group and the families and their moms and things like that. And it's like, okay, but, like, so you have this episode where you're talking about domestic violence, okay? And you're talking about these horrible situations of getting hurt and harmed by other people. But you're allowing a woman to be on a television show that threatened another woman on the show with violence. Like, it's just weird. It's freaking weird, you guys. And I don't like it. It is weird. It is very much like we're not reading the room. And I don't like it. It freaks me out. Okay. So that's kind of it with that. What else is, everybody is talking about Jojo Siwa and that whole situation with Celebrity Big Brother UK. I mean, what I have to say about it, you guys, is basically, like, there's two sides of it. I think there's two things that can exist at once. One, I think that Jojo is 21 years old and people need to acknowledge that and start putting context into some of the things that she does and stop acting like she's this full on, like, 40-something-year-old woman making stupid ass mistakes. Like, when we were 21, we were all making mistakes. Okay. Whether they were big or small, but you're allowed that grace because you're just a normal person. And I feel like there are some things that Jojo does not get away with. Okay. There are some things. And it's not necessarily that she is going to get away with this. It's that, like, yeah, you're an idiot and you shouldn't have done that. And let's move on. My biggest concern, and the thing that is grossing me out, and the thing that I have not seen one person talk about, and maybe I'll make a TikTok about this, is that JoJo's 21 years old, and the person that they were dating, their partner, was 27, and this guy, Chris, from Love Island, is 32. And I'm just like, at what point is anybody around this poor girl going to be like, step off, get away from her, leave her alone, you older, creepy people? Like, okay, so I have this like rule in my head, okay? And this is like kind of like my rule of thumb, okay? From the ages, okay, these are my age dating rules, okay? If you are, we're starting in high school, okay? Because it feels like that's when dating kind of starts, okay? When you're in high school, you should be dating someone like within a year of you, okay? Two maximum, but within like a year of you, okay? Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, blah, 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 okay? Then when you turn 18, you should not be dating anyone over the age of 21. There is no point because they can drink, they can do other things. They're about to leave college most likely. There's no point, okay? Then when you're 21, you should not be dating anybody older than 25, okay? Because again, we're in this age range of like we're getting out of college, we're graduating, we're starting our own life, we're living our own fantasy, we're doing our own things, okay? Then when you're 25, you do you. When you're 25, you want to date whoever the fuck you want, go for it. Give it a shot. Give it a try, okay? At least wait until you are 25 years old. Because at least by 25, you have gained some type of experience. You've met a good enough of a chunk of amount of people, okay? You've kind of dated around, you've seen things, you probably have a job now, you've maybe gone to school for some things, you have a career maybe. I don't know, whatever. At least at minimum you've had some experience in life, okay? But before you're 25, you shouldn't be dating people over 25. Again, it's fucking creepy. It's weird. Again, we're not talking about semantics of like, well, I'm 24 and he's 26. We're not talking about that, okay? I'm talking about like big gaps, okay? There's just some things that it's like, why? Please explain to me why a 32-year-old wants to hang out with a 21-year-old. I'm 35. I have no desire to hang out with a 21-year-old, basically a fucking child, okay? Like, there's some things that it's like, yeah, you shouldn't be doing these things. Like, anybody at any age should know better than to not do A, B, C, D, okay? Then there's other things that are just messy and ridiculous. And there's other things where it's like you're dealing with impressionable young people. You're also dealing with somebody who has never been a normal person a day in her life. She's always been, since she was a child, on television, some type of an influencer, celebrity, girly girl, never went to high school, never had like those types of experiences, like doesn't understand those normal interactions. And so it's like Jojo's kind of stunted in certain social settings. And I genuinely feel like when she breaks up with people, it's kind of like, it's okay. It's whatever. I'll find somebody else. I'll be fine. I also think she doesn't like I think there's just like she doesn't really understand that, like, I think she thinks like, oh, I can get anybody to like me. It's not a big deal. Everybody likes me. It's not that big of a deal. And it's like, well, you're treating people like shit, so no. I also think that Jojo, again, I'm not, like, I don't know Jojo from a hole in the fucking wall, okay? I'm like diagnosing from a couch over here, okay? I'm very much aware of this. But I feel like she's very codependent. Very codependent. And I feel like that has to do with being a child star. Like, you're never alone. You always have some adult figure around you telling you what to do, where to go, how to be, how to act. And so I think you're always looking for that type of a human in your life. Like, does Jojo go to therapy? Jojo needs to go to therapy. And if Jojo's not going to therapy, or if Jojo has a therapist, Jojo needs to get a new therapist, because, honey, that or Jojo's just not listening. But I was watching a TikTok and someone was saying like Kath, the partner that Jojo had, has been like going around and like spilling tea and talking about the relationship. And it's like, I'm sorry, you're 27, she's 21. Like, what are we doing? You're 27 years old spilling tea about a 21-year-old? That's fucking creepy and weird. It just is. It just is. It's creepy. And a 32-year-old canoodling and hanging out with a 21-year-old on national television, I find to also be really gross and weird. And I feel like there's a lot of people in JoJo's life that give off predatory behavior, whether it's intentional or unintentional. It's just gross and weird. And I feel like there's a lot of people that JoJo hangs out with and talks to and is still friends with that proves to me that there is a disconnect mentally with age appropriate behaviors. Like being friends with Colleen Ballinger and James Charles tells me something ain't right. Something, you're missing something to not see the massive red flags. Massive red flags. And I also feel like JoJo is having and has had like an identity crisis. Like I've said this to because my sibling Megan, who I do my podcast with, really loves JoJo and sees a lot of good in JoJo. And I do too. Like I don't, like out of all the fucking celebrities on the planet, JoJo's not the one to be like a haterade on. I'm sorry. There's way worse ones out there that we should be canceling immediately. JoJo isn't one of them. JoJo is just like evolving and unfortunately has to do it in front of all of us and is making a lot of mistakes. And for me personally, I feel like the issue that we're having right now is there is a massive identity crisis happening with JoJo. And unfortunately, people are allowing her to be on television and in the spotlight while she's doing it. And someone needs to stop. Like someone needs to stop her from allowing us to watch her like make mistakes. She should be doing this without us watching her. And it keeps feeling like everything she does is a mistake. Everything she does is a fuck up. Everything she does is a problem. And I feel bad. But at the same time, I'm like, girl, come on. Like, would you want to be treated like that? No. So why are you treating people like that? I don't know. I think that she doesn't know how to be Jojo with the Bobo. She doesn't know how to not be Jojo with the Bobo. Okay. She's still a version of that. And I don't think she realizes that that's not like, that's a caricature. That's not you. That's not JoJo. I also think that JoJo should change her. I said this to my sister the other day. I'm like, I think JoJo should change her name. Not to like a completely different name, but just like not have this juvenile name of JoJo. I feel like that name is so juvenile and is, again, associated with a juvenile person, is associated with a juvenile character. And I think that she should change it to a name that is not so childish. And I think that she should, again, you don't have to change who you are, but I don't think JoJo knows who she is. And I think that she should take a step away from the JoJo with the bubble, with the glitter, with the stickers and the face and the paint and the beep, and like the mohawks with the colors and the this. And it's like, do you really like if she really wanted to be that and really did enjoy that, I think it would come across that way. But for me personally, I just don't think that is who JoJo, like who the real JoJo is. I think it's a caricature that she doesn't know how. It's like she doesn't know how to get off the ride. She doesn't know how to get off the Jojo Siwa ride. And I think she needs to, I think being in the Big Brother house and not having any influence from a producer, any influence from a manager, from PR, from her family members, from her friends, I think was a bit of like a shock to her. And made her think a lot. And that's the other thing is like, the thing about Big Brother is Big Brother, like you're not doing anything most of the day. You do like your little challenges and you do your HOAs and all that shit or whatever. But most of the time you're just like vibing and hanging out. So like the only options you really have is to like kind of talk to people. And that's the other thing I don't really like about these like challenge shows or dating shows is that I don't doubt that the relationships that you gain from those shows or the conversations that you have aren't deep and meaningful and things like that. But people take it to this level, and I feel like JoJo has this problem where she comes off like one of those people that knows you for a day and automatically like is in love with you. And it's like, oh my God, I love you so much. We're best friends. We have the best time together, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, JoJo, we've known each other for 24 hours. We are not best friends. We don't love each other. We don't actually know each other. And then for her to be like, we've been in the house for 20 days together, and like, I love Chris so much, and like, I feel like we met for a purpose and a reason and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, girl, that's not the real world. wake up, wake up, like Jojo. Like I just like when I see these people on the reality shows and they're like, I love her. She's my best friend. Like, so amazing. I couldn't live life without you. I can't wait to do this. I'm like, oh my God. Or like the dating shows, they're like, I'm in love with you. I'm like, no, you're not. You don't know this person. That's the other thing. Is like, Jojo, girl, you don't know Chris. You do not know this man from a hole in the fucking wall. You know him from a small smidge of life. You don't know him from his interactions with other people. You don't know about his family life. You don't even live near him. Like, girl, hello. Like, oh, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like, also, you playing into the bullshit and not like being like sympathetic, empathetic, whatever it is to your ex partner. That's kind of weird to me too. Even if you're like, you're honest about it, like, at the same time, like, I feel bad for my choices and how I behaved, and like that was inappropriate and I shouldn't have done that. But I also like know I was feeling something and needed something like this in my life in this moment. Like Kath is real. Like I guess that's what I'm trying to say is like Chris is not a real entity in your life that was there and has gone through life with you. This person did. And for you to go on TV and make it seem like this person is more meaningful and bigger in your life than someone that was actually in your life is weird. It's just weird. And I hope her friends were like, girl, what is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What is going on? And for me, it just screams to me like, again, we're dealing with an identity crisis. And I feel bad for Jojo because, like, again, you're 21. You're trying to figure out who you are as a person. You're trying to figure out your queerness and what that identifies and looks like. Because God forbid you just try to figure it out. No, we need to know, are you gay? Are you straight? Are you a lesbian? Are you trans? Are you, polyamorous? Are you like all these different fucking things? Okay. And you have to have an identity. And if you don't, we don't like that, and it's scary times. Obviously, look at fucking Mickey Rourke and the BS that he put on her and for that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. But like, sometimes it's just like, girl, like you just want to shake Jojo. But also like, how many 21-year-olds do you know that you wanted to just be like, get it together, including myself? So, I don't know. Poor Jojo with the bobo. Jojo's just gonna, unfortunately, I guess, go through life, creepy. Jojo just has to go through life with everybody watching her. And I kind of feel bad. And then last thing I wanted to talk about, unless you guys want to talk about something else, was the whole Travis Kelce unfollowing Ryan Reynolds on social media. I think when you get up to a certain amount of followers or a certain level of fame, I really think that you need to go the Beyonce and Taylor method and just unfollow everybody and either follow your partner or maybe like your family, and like that's it. Like Taylor Swift doesn't follow anybody on social media. Zero. So you never know who she likes, who she doesn't like, who she's friends with, who she's not friends with, like unless she wants to make that well known. Beyonce only follows Jay-Z, which makes sense. And again, it's for the specific reason of you're only going to know when I tell you when something's happening in my life. And I feel like when you get to a certain level of fame, that needs to be a thing. And I feel like for Travis, I think the best thing for Travis to do would be to unfollow everybody except for Taylor, his brother, Kylie, his mom and his dad. I think his mom has social media. I don't know about his dad. And like and maybe like the Chiefs account, if at most that. And like that's it. Don't follow other people. Don't like other people on social media. Just like have it there as a promotional like tool, and that's as good as it gets, because this is what's going to happen. And let me tell you right the fuck now, if you think for 1 second that Taylor and Tree Payne were not involved in him unfollowing Ryan Reynolds, you're nutso. You know that they were either like, yeah, go ahead, or they were like, no, let's wait a minute. Like they thought about this, like they thought about that process. And the fact that he did that tells me that something fishy's going on, because Taylor is the godmother to their children. And I think that I'm starting to believe, and I think the best PR move would be for this. So Blake, if you're watching, girl, here's your PR move. I'm giving it to you for free. I think the best thing that Blake Lively could do is to basically divorce Ryan Reynolds and put all of it on him. Because it seems like he's the piece of shit in all of this. And he's very messy. And he causes a lot of problems. And he's the drama. And that's the vibe I'm kind of gathering from everything. And if Travis unfollows him, I wonder if he ever followed Blake. That's the other thing. Did he ever follow Blake, and is he unfollowing Blake? And so if he's unfollowing her, that kind of tells me, if he's unfollowing Ryan but not Blake, that's starting to tell me that we're starting to get an exit plan with Ryan, I think. And it kind of makes me wonder, are Ryan and Blake getting divorced? And we're starting the trickle down of that. I have lots of thoughts and opinions about it. I just feel like there's just no way in hell. There is no way in hell that Taylor and T-Pain had nothing to do with this, or at least didn't know about it. They 1000% knew about it, and they knew that he was going to be doing that. And if not, they were a part of the plan in general, okay? And Travis, bro, unfollow everybody. Don't just unfollow him. Unfollow everybody. And start from scratch like your girl has, okay? Because this is what happens, is that people are going to go on your account and they're going to figure out who you're following, who you're not following. Why are you following this? Why are you not following that? Why are you dealing with this? Why are you not doing that? When all this stuff was coming out about Jojo, I went and looked at who of all my people that I follow and all the social media people that I follow were still following him. And I was like, that's suspicious. That's weird. And I even, like, grossly enough, messaged like a couple people that I was like, yo, do you know you're still following him? And they were like, no, thank you for telling me, and unfollowed him. Because, you know, I'm not an idiot. I know not all celebrities know who they're following and unfollow. They're not keeping an eye on that shit. Like, some of them are, some of them aren't. Some of them aren't even handling their own social media. Okay, so I get that. But the smartest thing that those celebrities ever did was only follow either their partner, like Beyonce does, or follow nobody like Taylor does. So you never have to worry about that. And if Taylor or Beyonce want to talk about somebody, they'll let you know. Otherwise, they're not talking about it. And so for Travis to do that, it's kind of crazy. And again, I highly doubt he was just like, fuck you, unfollow. But that's just me. That's just me. What do I know? I'm just a stupid little lady on the internet sitting on a couch talking to my fans. My fans. My followers. My subscribers. So, I don't know. But that's all I wanted to talk about tonight. Now I'm going to get ready to go to bed, I guess. I don't know if I'm even going to fall asleep. I took a nap today. I feel kind of gross and weird today, so we'll see how I feel tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Yes, we record the podcast tomorrow. So go check out my newest episode of the podcast. It's up. It's on my other channel, The World's on Fire podcast. Link is in the bio. Go follow the Discord. Go follow me on all social media. Subscribe here. I appreciate the 500 followers, subscribers out here on YouTube. That means a lot to me. That's a lot of hard work. Getting followers on YouTube is not easy, but I'm grinding. I'm here. I'm doing the work. If you're part of the replay crew, I love you. I appreciate you. Don't be afraid to comment and like and do all the fun stuff down there. I will comment back. I love talking to you guys during and after the videos. Let me know what you guys want to talk about, what shows you're really into. Go into the Discord and do the same thing and talk about what you guys love to talk about and what shows you're really into. What gossip and tea you want to talk about. But then other than that, I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.